Hello, y'all.
Hello.
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 All right, I just want to tell y'all, we're going to be having these new teacher academy meetings once a month. It's for your mentors, your mentees. Just kind of see where things are going. There are certain objectives specifically we're going to talk about. Being the first week of school, I think everybody got something to say. What's going good, what's going bad. But I did find this picture right here. And that's the type of beginning of mind of diamond. Just beginning of mind of diamond. We know no pressure make diamonds, so we got to start somewhere. And you're just beginning level, so we start getting into lessons, start getting into instruction, start getting into your routines, start to get everything together so at the end of the year we all can be successful. Find this picture right here. And this picture may look like a lot of our classes, right? No, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all like. But ain't no chaos in this classroom. It seems like everybody's doing something, what they're supposed to be doing. And that's going to be my first topic. Systems in the classroom. What do they look like? Are they working? Or do you have any suggestions? Do anybody have any system in their classroom that might be working? Anybody can say something anytime? I know when I come to my classroom, first thing they do, they come to the door. I got my do now, my work right there for them. So once they come to the classroom, that's it. They get started on the do. It's already on the board. I done changed do now to you do now. So some of them seem to think that I need to be doing this, so I got it for you do now. And now when they come in there, they get started. One thing that to implement, excuse me, say, okay, it's gonna be time. Now it's gonna be time, now I'm finna grade. So once I started grading, they started getting that grade book. Even though I didn't put the first 2 times I put in the grade book, but the thought process of, okay, now you gotta get done. Now I have to go, I now have to take that time in the classroom and get started. I have bell don't dismiss you. And you don't leave my classroom, because some of them had to think for a couple of days. My system is, you leave the classroom the way you found it. Chairs not everywhere, paper not on the floor. You leave the classroom the way you found it. I had some gripes, but now they know the bell ring, you sit down, I check them, there you go. Anybody else have any systems they might want to add? Yes, Ms. Munoz.
It's the third point. Oh, okay. It's a very, very small system, but it's surprisingly it works. I'm surprised they actually do it. I only let one kid at a time go to the restroom. So, I don't have to explain it to them like, hey, so-and-so's already gone. But here, only one person gets to go. And now they kind of get it now.
So how many hall passes do you have?
I have one hall pass.
There you go. Any other additions? All right. And are they working? Like I said, I had to evaluate my first system because it wasn't working as well as it did last. Yes, ma'am. Go
I
ahead.
have one. The bell doesn't start my class either. When they walk in, they grab the do now or whatever. Before the bell rings, I'm already starting class.
Oh, so
And
you already
when
into instruction.
Before the bell rings, and when anybody else walks in, walks in at the bell or after the bell, I'm already having class.
So how does that work? Because I kind of like it.
Because you have your late stragglers every day.
Yeah.
That insist on coming right at the bell, or sometimes after the bell, but they know that class is already started, and they may be behind. We might be 5 or 6 minutes later, we might be checking. So that makes them come on to class. And they also come in, not late disturbing the class, they come in and they sit down because class is already started, even before the bell rings.
And one I actually stole from Ms. Scott. And is that today, when you do homework, you don't not turn nothing in. You write me a note. You write me a note saying today's date, 9/13. I did not turn my homework in with Mr. Thomas. I was absent that day, 9/13. At Cliff Thomas, you was absent that day. So I know how to grade it. Because at some point in time, the parents gonna want to know. Administration gonna want to know, why are these kids failing? And the parent come up here, you go to your folder, you pull up Joe Blow paper. Well, if he got 5 papers saying I did not do my homework, ain't nothing you can do right then. You've covered yourself, and it's in their handwriting. So now they know. You got to turn in something with me.
That's a goal.
Yeah, accountability. We all accountable. Everybody, administration holds us accountable. So why can't we hold them to the same accountability? And Ms. Good gave a suggestion. Anybody have any suggestions? Okay. And then, here we go. And I know Miss Williams is asked about me this every day, the Moss and Cal sisters. I sent one email and they told me, we're up and ready to go. Then I got started hearing, it's down again. So I will stay in contact with them. I did get an email today that some relationships had been terminated, but I didn't just put it back in. But that's because the new system that they're doing, for some reason, it's not up to date. It's really not up to date. But she did tell me once you log on, and I showed the end, that all your trainings is gonna be located in one place. Yes, ma'am.
We won't be penalized for being behind, will we?
Not at all.
Okay.
So this is the IT messing up.
Okay.
Not getting together. Y'all won't be behind, but on the Moss and Cal sheets, I think I emailed them to y'all. Thing is, you can still do your weekly meetings, and you should be doing those weekly meetings with your mentors. So please pick a date. And I did it, I know me and Mr. Clayton, we did ours every Friday. That was our meeting time to do it every Friday. So that's where we sat down, we talked about it. And the first one, if you're a mentor, you can talk to your mentee about lesson planning. I've heard that one before, that, you know, how does a lesson plan go? What goes in each objective? That's always one topic. And they should be a minimum of 30 minutes. Understand, a minimum of 30 minutes. So whatever problem situation y'all have, just talk about it and make sure it's documented. The mentee, you will put it on the Cal sheet and keep a log of that. The mentor, you actually have to put it into the system where you just type it in, then the mentee will go back and validate whether that's what y'all talked about or not. It's not a hard process, but these are the steps right here. Everybody know what the HID homepage looks like. And then you go click the applications. After applications, you click on the mentor activity system, and that'll bring the system right up. I do know I got at least 5 of y'all that's connected. I think the only one I don't have connected now will be Ms. Williams. And are you connected?
I'm not, because I haven't been able to access.
Access, yeah, IT. Okay, now I think probably you cannot access it at home.
I haven't done the training. I haven't been able to get on one source to do the training at home.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I haven't been
okay.
able to do any trainings
So,
for this.
could you please email me and let me know that you can't get on for any trainings?
I'm checking right now.
And I know you can't. Yes, there's a training, I have to do a training.
Oh, I don't have that on one.
And I will show you this, because when I just got it 3 days ago.
Okay,
Yeah, but I do have it, it's actually, I don't have the actual slide on my PowerPoint, but I do have it on my email and I'll bring it up. But this is how you get to it. You just go to HIZ homepage, and click on applications, click on mentor activity system, and then all your information will be there. Just type it in, you'll be like, I'm Ms. Hall's mentor. First week we talked about lesson plans. Well, I'm talking Ms. Hall, I'm only gonna do 2 days at a time. As we talked about, this plan for 2 days at a time, or even 1 day at a time. Make sure that 1 day is perfect. You know, what's your do now? What's your hook? What's your prior knowledge? As a math, we just got to doing rational numbers. Our prior knowledge was a rational number. To my surprise, they telling me. So I'm like, oh, okay, good, that's a good lesson going. So where do you see rational numbers at every day? Oh, well, we see them, and then we see them on the thermometer. We see them when we check out. We see them at the store. Some kids say we see them at the 99-cent store. Those plans that you got to have, you got to ask the question to get them involved. Then of course, how are you going to introduce the lesson? What step? Where's your I do, you do? How are you going to show it? You going to do a PowerPoint? Or are you going to do a video on your lesson? All that, just whatever you talk about lesson plan, that needs to be in there. They don't have to be as detailed as what I said, but make sure it's enough to be counted. And here's the question. This is from Miss Janice Diane. She sent me this email, so I just copied and put it on to y'all. I asked that we put the brakes on refraining from entering anything in MOS. No mentor-mentee relationships, no mentor agreements, no logs, no mentee, no verification, no principal, nothing until the week of September what? 17.
Diamond Foley, if you're still in the building, please come to the main office. Diamond Foley, if you're still in the building, please come to the main office. Your ride is waiting.
Yes, until the week of September 17th. So that's actually next week.
Okay.
That's why nobody be like, this is a capital, I just cut and paste her, Janice Diane, academic program manager, teacher career development. She sent this email to me, so that's why some of y'all still can't get on.
Okay. It just ain't working on the computer.
Yeah, so I wish I could tell you what, yes, ma'am.
I'm just looking at the mentor training program. Which one do I do? Do I do the new campus-based or the experienced campus-based or the mentoring?
Or are you a brand new mentor?
Yes, is my
Yeah, because I had to do the new one.
question. Okay.
Yeah, that was my next piece right there. And of course, this right here, this is the original Cal laws that we supposed to do. I mean, if I was you all, even though September said they knocking down, I would still have them read as a backup, just in case, because we all want to get paid, right?
Right.
So I would just do them, and September has 4, and they did say you can backdate them, and once they backdate, they'll let you go back in and upload them. So when y'all have time, you know, September, you talk about lesson plan all September till you get it done, if that's what y'all want to do. Or if you want to talk about systems in your classroom, or maybe even moving the student, because I actually want to talk to Ms. Aguilar, like maybe reducing the class size. She's a brand new teacher, and this, you know, we got some kids, some challenging kids in it. Can I take one? Can you take one? What can you do to help your class better? You know, if y'all both teaching math at the same time or teaching English, social science at the same time, maybe Dr. David can get one student from Dr. Pick to help her out, you know. Ms. Gooden. Ms. Gooden did about, what, 75 kids per class last year? I'm serious, but, you know, she was able to do that because, and of course, she has that. Can Ms. Scott take 75? Yes, they can. Because they have that classroom control where they can do this and be able to help you out. So if you want to talk about, you know, Dr. David, Ms. Gooden, could you please get cthomas, because he just bad in my classroom, but I know your classroom. Fine, work it out. Just let somebody know where this kid at. You know, I'll be accountable where they're gonna be at. So this is right here, this is non-negotiable right here. Again, if you wanna get paid all your full stipend, this is what you have to do. And this is the Cal sheet, what it looks like. Just dated, time started, time spent. Say I always average, spend at least 30 minutes. At least minimum 30 minutes. We go over 30 minutes, that's fine. But spend at least 30 minutes, and I have emailed this sheet to y'all, and I can do it again, it's not a problem. And just who the mentor is, the beginning teacher. So I believe Ms. Gooden, you have Mr. Qualls and Ms. Aguilar, so you would do one for both, okay? And for, because she has two, so each mentor and mentee needs their own sheet. School level, cthomas, grade level, you put your own grade level in there. What's working in the classroom, what challenges you folks, some of you might say, I know my first period is this one. I can't believe I'm saying it. I have some challenging kids in there. Yes, I pray every time when the class started. I do. So that's my focus. Can I move them around? Can I separate them? What can I do different today so I can get through the classroom? What are my next steps? Well, did this work today, separating the kids? Well, do I have to make a phone call home? Do I want to move a kid from second period to third period, or third period to fourth period? Or what can I do to support you? That's for the mentors. What can you do to support your mentees? Can you come by the classroom? If you're an 8th grade teacher and you off, and you support a 7th grade teacher, can you come by the classroom? Or a 6th grade teacher? What can you do? Can you just sit in that classroom? Do a, you know, something like an appraisal, like when the administration come in. But just listen between y'all two. Say, I saw this, I just happened, because one thing I noticed, I write my right. So most time I'm doing my writing, I'm facing this way. Those kids over there, Barry, I had to know. Okay, Ms. Thomas, well, I know when you do your instruction, you talk to this side of the classroom. What about this side of the classroom? Oh, I notice you always calling on Mr. Melvin. Well, Mr. Melvin know all the answers. What about Ms. Hall? It's just certain things that you do, but I was surprised that my mentor, they would tell me, Ms. Thomas, you always talk in this direction. These kids over here never get to see you. So if you write on the board, try to write this way, and then if you got another board, turn around so you can get everybody involved. But just certain things that they can pick up on that'll help you out in instructions. Like, how are you calling on the kids? Do you seem to call on the same group of kids, or you popcorn, or just going on with the lesson and not stopping every 5 to 7 minutes for you to check for understanding, see what they're doing. So it's just little things that your mentor, if they off the same period, can walk in your classroom. And then the next meeting day, like I said, when I mentored my mentor, we knew every Friday we was gonna meet that day. We would plan the lesson, and we would meet and talk about what we had to talk about then. And then the focus of the next meeting is here's all your PLs for your rating, what they'll grade y'all on. So you just pick one and talk about it. I know by September the 21st, if I'm not mistaken, the Ippity Dippies are due. Yeah, Ippity Dippies. And for you new teachers, a Ippity Dip is individual development plan. It's your plan. Let's emphasize again, that's your plan. It's not for the administration to tell y'all, well, you know, I want, no, what you want to improve on. And make sure it's one of these, and this is valid. Say, oh, I want to improve on getting to school 4 out of 5 days on time. No, I want to improve on improving my lesson plan. Or, like mine, I want to improve on incorporating more stations in my classroom, more hands-on activities. I want to cut back on instruction to about 10 to 15 minutes and let them do it. So what is your focus? I know Ms. Hall, I gotta tell you, Ms. Hall, lesson plan. We gonna fight lesson plan. I'm gonna make sure Ms. Hall know how to do a lesson plan if I gotta step in and do it with her. That's just what is your focus. So your deputy, what do you want to improve on? Not nobody else. What do you want to improve on? And that's pretty much it. Now, this is the fun part right here. That's supposed to say everybody in administration, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get out of here.
That's my cue to go.
The end?
We getting there.
No, that's my cue to go.
That's his cue to go.
Oh.
Because I know some things that we really want to talk about, but now we finna have some family time. Some true family time.
I will gladly get out of your way.
So let me pack up. Get to go. Do I have any questions so far? Any questions, Miss Williams? Because you see me every day.
The only question is that mom, that it may have, I need to get in the system.
Can you log on? You have your computer.
I'm on it right now, but I'm trying to get in, log into it.
And probably because the relationship hadn't been accepted yet.
Right, I have to, when I tried that, it says error.
Error, and again, and you know, like I said,
When y'all log on at home,
Even at home.
make
like-
sure that it's an attachment that, and I'm gonna have to come around and check everybody's laptop, because I had to do it for mine yesterday. It's a mobile, it's an add-on that adds on to your computer where you can like log on, you know, like when we on campus, you log right on the one source, you don't have to go through anything. It'll have your computer, it'll do the same thing. Cause like this morning when I got here, I had to cut it off. It's VP something I had to go through because Miss Young needed it put on her computer. So when you go home today,
It says it right
go to one source. I mean the remote login,
those next fours.
and tell me what the computer does.
I'll just tell you to hit it.
It should be something that's gonna come up because it adds the attachment to your computer because it tests your bandwidth. It's it'll be something you've never seen before happen to you on your
It
computer.
says like, do you want to run this VPN?
Yeah,
Something,
that's,
something.
you can add that on and it'll trick your computer as if it's actually on campus.
Yeah, I had pressed OK and then it started working because the person had stopped working.
That's what it is.
All right, so I need to know.
It was
Yes, sir. 'Cause
yesterday.
it'll, you won't have no, and actually, the bandwidth was stronger with the remote login than it is on campus.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
All right. Now,
All right.
This is what Dr. David alluded to earlier. Says right here, this is the email she sent me, I just showed y'all the whole email. Once you get into One Source Me, your learnings, you will type this as is into the computer right here. It's PROG _ PD _
Okay.
and then these trainings will come up. All right, and these trainings right here, see right here, red, first time CNC. I did that? All right, here. First time CIC, that's me, I had to enroll in that program. Returning CICs, well, that person out here, they were rolling to that one. If you're a first time mentor, you enroll in the program, your mentor ID is 1819. Is anybody a first time mentor in here? Okay, so you can write this
This
number.
campus.
Yeah, first time mentors, your program will be 1819. And of course, returning mentors, you roll in, y'all in the same program. Wow, okay. So you type that in, and once you go in, they'll automatically roll you into that program. And then you can go on about your trainings. And I think the trainings go from, you got to like May or June if you want to finish them.
Okay, now hold on, what was the thing to get in?
Program, PROG.
Hang on.
PROG.
One
Yeah.
source me?
Yeah, go to One Source Me, then to your learning.
And then go to new learning?
Yes. New learning or learning. Did you get to it, Ms. Good?
I'm just waiting for it to pop up.
PROP?
Yes. And if you don't have nothing to write with today, you'll get this same, I'll forward this email to y'all, because it's not nothing on here to hide or nothing I don't want y'all to see, so it's right there, and you will just go through your trainings. Right here.
And then.
Yeah, and see, you'll see the programs, once you learn on, it say right there, new campus instruction coordinator, that's me, go down. And then you see your trainer, new campus-based mentor, if you're a mentor, you'll click on that one right, it's real easy. I was like, wow, I did it the first time, so no problem. And then, of course, if you're a returning mentor, go down one more. Oh, that was it, go back up, I'm sorry. What else? New campus-based mentor, there it is, returning mentor, it's in there.
What if it says experience campus basement?
Then, that's you, because you've done it before.
Yeah.
If you're an experience-based mentor and it's not your first time, you would do that one. If you're a new mentor, like, I think Miss McGowan raised her hand, and she would, and you a new mentor?
Yeah, that's my first year doing
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I thought you had done it before.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
No, we haven't had anyone in science that was like brand new in a while.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you would go to the new mentor training, Miss Williams would go to the mentor training, Miss McGowan would go to the mentor training, and I know Miss Good, she would do the experience training. Yes, ma'am.
To keep off topic for just a second, so I won't forget, do you think they would approve for me as a mentor that could come and see, because both
Do you-
years my mentor has been, have the same out period as me. So we have classes at the same time, they never get to come see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong.
So
And
you
so how
would,
can I discuss stuff with them?
well, I don't mentor you, but I can come see you.
Okay,
That's not a problem. And, you know, and if you just want to know what you're doing wrong, I mean, you got Miss Scott got tons, I told you I learned from Miss Scott. Just, 2 months, we was in there together. Miss Good been here for years. So if you just go ask her, hey, can you just come observe me?
okay.
I'm off at this time, can you just come observe me? Just, you know, she goes to Miss Munoz almost every day.
I go to Miss Aguilar.
Aguilar, I'm sorry, Miss Aguilar almost every day. Yeah, so.
I just don't get a chance to see Paul.
Yeah,
I asked her to come in, but she wouldn't come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the same,
Yeah, that's the same.
And here's the thing about it, she's asked me, and we discussed when I went to talk to her, that maybe getting y'all sub for that period, or one day that y'all can go in and actually sit down and watch him. So that is coming, it is coming. I know yours have the same off period, but if you just want somebody to come in, I can come in, it's good to come in. You got a whole lot of people around here that got way good experience that come in, just give you feedback. All right, and so now, they gone, so let's talk, if there's anything y'all wanna talk about, seriously, that you just wanna tell me about, that you may need assistance with, that you may not have liked, that you may wanna see done different. You know, I told them, look, schedules. My schedules are crazy. I got 31, 32, in the middle I got 19. Why is it? And so they fixed it. You know, you may have some gripe about the lunch period. Who in here getting 30 minutes lunch? Nobody.
Yeah, that's my.
Who in here getting 30 minutes lunch?
20 minutes.
20-minute lunch, because you have to walk them to them,
Right.
sit there, walk them in, and then they want you there and the bell ring. So
Yeah.
guess what happens when the bell ring? That means they cut your lunch short, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Well,
I
we
mean,
had a good system last year, right? Closer to the end of the year, we had a better system. What happened to that?
well, I can tell you that, we got a whole new administration. I mean, we got 100% new administration, but if you know it, just tell me about it, I'll give it to them. Because I know one year, they extended by 5
The way
minutes.
Ms. Snell was doing it, like she had it set up to where she dismissed them by, she knew where we are. If she dismisses our grade level, because ours is short, because she knows our classes. So she sent the first teacher, make sure y'all are at y'all's door, if y'all are gonna get that break period in your full 30 minutes.
Right.
She sent, like Ms. Gentry is first, she sent Ms. Gentry's class, then she sent my class, then Mr. Simpson, then
Right.
Megan. So it was like that, she sent them, and we didn't have an issue, but going in there and them saying, when you see your teacher, get up.
Yeah, that's bad.
Or how about
And they
this?
all move around the cafeteria.
Soon as the bell ring, you need to be, you get a bell, like the bell rung, and I heard it yesterday, all 7th grade teachers, well, the bell just rung.
Exactly.
So that means if you want me to bell ring, I waited after the bell, because we was outside.
Mhm.
And then you want me there before the bell rings, so somewhere 30 minutes not adding up.
Yeah, you supposed to have 30 minutes, duty free.
Duty free. And then I'm like, I want to ask a question. I see 8th grade, they just get dismissed and go back.
Oh my
No,
God.
we
Yeah,
changed
I'm
that, we
thinking-
changed that.
Oh, y'all changed?
go get them, we have to pick them up.
We changed
We
that.
have to
They
pick them
pick
up.
up.
Oh, y'all gotta pick them up too?
Like they're kindergartners, yeah.
Yeah, so we need a better system.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I hear him
No, it's
coming.
not.
Gonna write down the below.
It's crazy.
It's like a winter wilderness, right?
Go to the right.
It's like I-
Yeah, move, and I've been saying move to the right, move to the left, and then they tell you, well, you won't get hit by a door, but you move to the right where the door's at.
Yeah.
I mean, so, don't think about it, they say move to the right, but then all the doors open up.
Yeah.
So you gonna go to the door, so, I mean, is there anything else that, seriously, I'll tell them, and she asked me, I should do this, so y'all can have a free conversation without anybody being here, because we more likely to say what's on our mind without administration, as opposed to administration in here. So we've already discovered that the bells, I mean, the lunch duty is not 30 minutes. It's not 30 minutes. Ms. Cora?
Yeah, what's up with technology? Because, we still lacking.
Very
some
much.
of the, things we need.
Well, I was told that they did get a grant. I think y'all got the computer lab upstairs now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about basics. I finally got projector. But
Oh,
I
okay.
need speakers also.
Want me to be honest with you?
Oh.
I have my own speaker, because really the speakers they give you, probably about 2 volumes or two pieces above what you get out of that. I mean, they're not that great. Yeah, I know.
Five below, just get
Walmart has a
my
decent,
little speakers like this, but it's loud.
depends on if you go by Best Buy. I know Mr. Banks found the Wolf and the 2 speakers with the remote control for like $20 last year. So I just be honest with you, the ones that they gonna give you, probably ain't gonna do, but like I said, a couple of notches above what's on the computer. So I just went and bought my own. I know Ms. Snell was ordering projectors because we have way more teachers than we had last year. So projectors and LMOs, she's ordered. Does anybody don't have a projector and LMO in here?
We all have them.
Oh, we got that?
Got it.
Okay.
Well, projected, we got it.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I got a question, what about the duty? I mean, I got morning duty, I got lunch duty, I got after school day, I'm duty to death. I mean,
I got duty too.
I got morning cafeteria duty,
Yeah.
then lunch, I have 2 periods of lunch duty, after school duty, then my 8th grade class, after 5th period, I gotta walk them upstairs to the 8th grade.
Wow.
I mean, I am duty to death. I mean, I've never seen a duty schedule, and as long as I've been doing this, we've always had duty schedules.
It's
It's on the.
It's in the hub.
It's in the hub?
Yeah, it's in the hub. It's
On
If-
18
yeah, it's like, you know how to get to it? Cause I seen it like it has like, it say Twilight Joseph added 14 elements. So you might have clicked on all them elements. Then one said Twilight Joseph added 6 elements. You might have clicked on them elements too.
Okay.
But everything she did is in there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So how many periods do you teach? You teach
7,
7 periods?
yeah.
No,
No,
6.
6.
Okay, so I was gonna thinking that maybe you had an extra off period,
6,
but you teach same periods we teach.
yeah, 6 periods.
Yeah, check your duty roster and see where it's at.
Last
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, with the advocacy, you need to follow through what they say over the intercom, because the students are asking, okay, where's the lady supposed to come pick up my stuff?
Yeah, I have a whole
Yeah,
bunch
that
of
is because-
paper.
Yeah, I actually talked, she came out of my class today, and I had a stack of papers for her, and I said, well, who's supposed to pick mine up? And she says, Miss Arline's supposed to get mine. Well, Miss Arline is busy, so how does Miss Arline get mine? And so she asked for them, I said, well, I got yesterday's here in the drawer if you wanna come get them. So my suggestion to her, if you really want them, I'm gonna put them right here in this desk, this drawer by the door. The first drawer is yours, open up and get them. Cause right now, ain't nobody getting them. And I was gonna say, like, if you don't wanna start picking them up, chances are, when you want something, it's not gonna be there, cause we gonna decide that you're not, and classes might change, and teachers might just use that and start teaching time and go on their lesson.
Yeah.
So, Totally go. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I know I stopped her in the hall one day because I was waiting for her to come, and she said she just said stop by somebody's room, but they weren't done, or a few people's room, and they weren't done, so she just stopped coming,
What?
you know, down all the way. So I had to, she didn't ever came, but at the end of the day, I just dropped it in her mailbox. I don't know if that's like a suggestion.
Yeah.
Just drop it in her mailbox. I mean, she'll get it, and you don't have to hunt her down.
Okay, who is she?
Miss
Gentry.
Miss Gentry. Yeah.
For the advocacy.
And that's a lesson. That's another suggestion. If you're tired of them, put them in Miss Gentry's box.
Because she
The
has-
box is right by when you coming in through this back door. If you want to do that, but I told her if you want them, just come pick them up. They're gonna be right here. And so she said, well, they're not done. You're right, they're not done, but they only started writing 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, and they don't have enough time.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Our kids were still getting breakfast for these days. Our kids were still
Yeah.
getting. And we had one cart for whole 6 grades.
And that does, and you're right, that does make, they are trying to read to us while the kids getting breakfast. So,
It's chaotic.
yeah.
Yeah, breakfast.
So the breakfast and the breakfast, I'm sorry, the breakfast and the lunch.
She did say they had a supervisor or somebody here, that's why I was late today. There's a
But-
supervisor up there.
But the question is, my deal is, my kids are getting breakfast while the book reading's going on. And that right there is not adding up, because then they come back and ask me, well, what are we writing about?
Yeah.
So I gotta go back and
And that's how she
explain what a
gets it.
militarism is and what it is, and what are we inferencing on. So, yeah, so we have to clean that up some kind of way
Oh, they were real low
where they can
today.
get breakfast and don't be interrupted. And my other deal is, can I get 5 more books?
Oh, my God.
Because I only got 5 books for 31 kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 1 book is for me or for the okra head, so that means 4 kids get 4 books for 31 kids.
Long classroom, at the tail end of the classroom, you can barely see the book. If you project all of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm even doing like this with my finger.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's what
I'm sitting up there holding
doing.
it. They're like, Miss, she said to hate the page.
You give my books, not my kids.
Every class, they should have a class set, because I asked, I'm like, where's the rest of them? Oh, you're only getting 5. How's that gonna work?
I asked the same question, like, where's, I say 5 books? I thought really, I was gonna put them on the shelf, so they might have a read, so the kids can go read it when they get through. That's what I thought it was for. Then she said, well, these are your books, and one of them for me. And my reply was, do you see all these desks in here? Somebody's sitting in every one of these desks, they're just not here for decoration. So she said, you got 5 books, well, project it. Okay, I projected. And really the ones, I got good kids, some of them, they into it. But those other kids that need to see it, touch it, feel it, they're not getting it. And so I'm trying to, show them the book, read to them, they looking. I mean, it is a process, it's a strenuous process, plus they're not picking the stuff up. So I talked to her about that. I learned about them about the lunch, because I know I'm not getting 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm not getting 30 minutes. You do it down, huh? Okay, well, we're gonna make you the chief academic officer and do it, all right? All right, yes, ma'am.
Last one, probably dismissal. Something has to be done with dismissal.
Oh, that's a great one, because everybody's a
As
walk.
soon as the bell rings.
Yeah, everybody's a walker,
Everybody's a
walker.
If we give Ms. Freewater said she would try to send out an email about how we ran it last year. She said they have the idea, we in the right spots, but it's not running to plan. And she was supposed to get with Ms. Shivers and send out an email, so.
But here's the problem I'm
We
having.
know who won.
I don't know who walked and who ride.
Well, see, they told me to create a form, and I did. They were supposed to give it to the advocacy teachers, so that way during advocacy, you can ask each child, do you walk or ride a bus, or a car rider? And then you're supposed to let the 6th period enrichment teacher know, so that way you have a list. But y'all still don't have the form.
But we have different students.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah,
Well, yeah, no, it's supposed to be filtered out, like it goes transferred to an Excel form, and then it filters out to the enrichment teacher, not the advocacy
So
teacher,
they're
not the
gonna
one
be the
putting
ones
it
who spread it
in.
out to me.
The advocacy teacher is the one putting it in, but the enrichment teacher is the name that they're putting in on the actual form. So it's filtered out like that, so they're supposed to send the form out, but.
But until then,
Until.
we don't know who's a bus rider, who's a walker, who's a car rider.
Right.
And every day it changes.
Yes.
Yes.
Every day.
If you're the person that's in charge of, if you're supposed to be manning the walking station, which is over here, you have to leave when the walkers leave.
Absolutely.
And so what happens to the rest of your students?
Well, what I did with Miss Munoz here, Aguilar, I told her, once your first group leave, bring your group to me. You go on. And then the next group come is Miss Ago. He goes out. So you bring your group to me, y'all go to the back. But that was just something that me and Mr. Woodburn talked about, because he wanted a teacher behind every student leaving. But my thing was, when the bell rings, whoever the first group is, they gone. So I can't say, oh, you're not walking today, I don't have no badge. I mean, the bus rider used to have a badge with a tiger or something on the back that said we could identify them. So
They had a lanyard.
a lane, yeah, they had something to identify them.
Yeah, because they had to have the lanyard together.
Right. So we knew what our bus riders was. But if they say, I know one day, depends on who doing it, Ms. Shivers might say, car riders. Then tomorrow, Ms. Joseph might start off with walkers. But whoever that first group is, I don't know. Especially now in my classes, I done got new students my 6th year, I don't know who is who. They all just go.
Everybody
Well,
goes.
can it be like 6th grade mom? So, in 7th grade, because that's what we did in our.
That makes more sense.
In high school.
Yeah, too.
We would hall, like, by hall, so we can just kind of navigate.
But you know, one year we did do that, and we started dismissal about 240. We just took about 240, and they said the first grade level, which was probably 6th grade. And they got off, and then once they did it, 5 minutes later, 7th grade, they all left. So by that 10, everybody was still on their duty post, point, hey, you're a walker by, you're a car rider, you down there, you a bus driver there. And so by the time the last bell rung, everybody was gone.
Yeah.
That may be the only thing that we had to come back there, because I know between Ms. Munoz here and Aguilar here, Ms. Aguilar here, and Mr. Ago, I mean, they just go. You look back and you might have 2 people in the classroom and you know. And then we get outside, I thought you was a car rider. I thought you was a walker.
I say my grade level too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
that's so much, it was a little bit easier, because we had the teachers already out there.
And then the 6th grade and 7th grade teachers will be out there
Yeah.
by the time 8th
Already
grade.
on.
right, so we just come and clean up, make sure everybody go.
Because we can, because I'm on 8th grade hall, so I can usher them out, and I could be out there ushering them out as well.
And that way, everybody in one home leaves at the same time, instead of it being
Instead of a whole bunch of kids.
who's going where, I know where to go, blah, blah, blah.
Could you make note of that so I can give it to them?
What?
I mean, if you guys got some paper, just say dismissal.
Make letters.
'Cause, yeah,
Dismissal?
yeah, just put out
All of
dismissal,
us, so the 6th grade.
the lunch,
leave,
the dismissal,
You know.
the lunch bell.
Because you're gonna have to administrate.
It ain't gotta be
out
a-
there.
I did, Miss Scott.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, you just put it-
I got some paper. You need this?
The only problem with that is the, like, you know, if they ride the bus, you know, the buses, they have other stops before us.
But the thing is, we gonna start dismissal by the 10 minutes before the bell ring.
Yeah.
So it means at 3 o'clock, whatever we do it by the time 3 o'clock, they still out there about 10 to 15 minutes after the bell anyway before they leave.
Because my sped babies get out at 3:30. They go on
Yeah.
their bus over there, so we make sure they're out at 3:30, so they're away from all the crowd.
Yeah,
And then by the time if you start with 6th grade, a sped baby should be already out by that time when 6th grade is finished going.
cool. So yeah, we start with 6th grade,
If we can, I mean, we can suggest it because I'm tired.
and we
of
just
this.
do it by grade level.
So like,
But you gotta start early.
Yeah,
So
start early.
so that would be.
I would say 2:45. And then maybe we can tone it down to it.
3:35.
We get out at 3:50.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Earlier, and I was like, wow.
3:40.
Yeah, because we get, our babies go at 3:30.
And 3:50.
Cause that's when they do now.
We can do-
And the thing is,
6th
we
grade
actually
at
have the
3:30,
times and
7th grade at 3:40, 8th grade 3:50,
maybe
everybody
we
knows.
can come over to the PA, we can just say, okay, 3:30, all
Let me
6th
know what
graders are getting out.
Great,
Okay.
Come over, 'cause the teachers will.
yeah. So we're gonna suggest that they come on.
Teachers will let them go.
Well, how did y'all do it last year?
3:40.
It was similar to what we doing this year,
Yeah, but they
but
announced.
but they announced it's better. Because here it is, we got probably 200 kids that we don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Some of the kids that we know now, like our old kids from last year, they know the system. But those 200 kids that we don't know nothing about, you know, they say I'm a car rider, they on the bus. they say leave the walkers, then you out there, you get on the bus.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a problem, but if we just take them by grade level, and they would do it by PA. It's time, coolers, 250, what you got, 250, 350, 250?
345, and 350.
Yes, that's enough time for them, everybody, especially sixth grade,
Yeah.
they can be in the buses, they can make it walk, and then they go ahead and get on the bus and leave. Seventh grade, same thing. And plus now they outmanned, cause everybody's off campus, you pushing them out. And then by the time the
Push
business,
them out.
push them out, oh, you're a car rider, there you go, you're a bus rider, there you go. Get them on the bus so they ain't got nowhere to
And
hang out.
administrators have to communicate with each other, all clear for,
Yes.
and
Exactly.
tell Ms. Shivers it's all clear, call the next.
Yeah, it's all clear, so at least you know when you got them halfway off the bus and halfway back there, by the tree they go, you can go for the next one.
Cause it's hard for Mr. Melvin calling us at the SEC department saying, can you man this up here while we doing, you know, it's hard for him to be doing 2 or 3 things when one administrator or 2 administrators are gone.
Right,
So
right.
it's hard on us too, cause I'm using Robinson sometimes for transitions and stuff. And it's just, we're in the middle of different things, so I'm just thinking this, I hope this will be a little helpful, like y'all was saying, which I did before and everything,
And
but
put on their,
this is strict.
30-minute lunches. Yeah. We're not getting, irregardless, we're not getting.
No.
The suddenly turned into a union.
Yeah.
It's gonna get to be a problem.
And
Oh, yeah,
then
we are, I'm ready.
more books for advocacy.
Yes.
And does any,
Please, my books.
Was there
And what
anything
was-
else that we said?
you gonna check on your duty?
Oh, for the advocacy, can we have beforehand what they're supposed to do?
Yes.
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 Yes, we can
I'm
put
like,
that on
what did
the
they say
board.
to do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I'm
prediction.
writing it on a post-it.
Is there Ms. Gentry over there?
Yes.
Yeah, we need that beforehand.
Yeah, what are your topics for the day?
Uh-huh.
What pages are we reading today, so we can already be
There
there?
is a calendar for what we're, the pages
Where?
on the ATMS,
Is
on the
it?
hub.
Okay, I need,
It's a calendar all the way until, cause we finished the second week of October or November.
We finished this book?
Yes.
What I was saying, the activity.
the activity.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you said in the pages to read, but we
Yeah.
have that already.
Yeah, we do have that, but
Yeah.
we do, yeah, I've seen that, but the activities. 'cause
Yeah, what is
sometimes,
this for the activity
I
that
don't, you know, I'm
Because
like,
they did the same activity 2 days in a row today. Like they did predict what's gonna happen today, and they did predict what's gonna happen yesterday.
And they
So
did
I'm like- and so
Metal
I'm like,
Prism
what do we-
today, I read the story,
Yeah.
and then we did Metal Prism like 2 days ago or last week. So just tell me the activity, so I can at least put that on the board so we can have something to do.
I mean, we did something different. I don't know, we're not
They mean
doing
predict, none of
All
the
right.
stories seem to match anyway,
Any other questions,
unless I ain't paying attention.
comments?
This is for you.
Got my note?
Oh,
Got your notes.
All right, y'all. I have a sign-in list. I'll get to around to y'all tomorrow or Monday so we can document this. And with if nothing else being said,
Okay.
see y'all.
So we can do this.
Next week?
The training.
No, once a month.
Can you give me the
The training,
I was insinuating,
You talking about
don't
your
come
training?
tomorrow.
the metro training.
Oh, once you log,
I haven't been running any trainings at all.
oh, you have time. It don't stop till
When I put that on.
next semester
I'll
sometime.
break it down.
Yeah, it's not like you got 3 weeks to get it done. It's
Okay.
May, June. It's like, I want to say
mentees
maybe.
have a training, they don't have a training? Do they have a training?
You
guys train us.
Yeah.
They don't have one.
They don't, I'll email it, but no, we don't, all the training should have been there. And that's what she sent me. Yeah, they have the hippity dippity play. They gonna have a survey to do. That's where the mentee training gonna come in. They gonna have a survey to do, and once they do that survey, they will then get their training on based on what they need from the survey.
Okay.
I do know. All right, thank y'all. See y'all next month.
Everybody's supposed to have a mentor.